Hey guys, I'm Aditya Thakur and welcome to Get Set Code by Newton School. So in the previous videos, we have been exploring the different modules available to us in Python, and in this video too, we would continue with it and we would be looking at the date and time module, which is present. It lets us work with the different date objects in Python. And in this video, we'll cover all of that. So before we dive into it, a quick introduction to Newton School. It is a platform which prepares you for your career in tech. They have courses designed for freshers, for working professionals, for women who have no tech background. They'll first train you for 6 months and help you become an amazing full stack developer. And they also have a network of 300 great companies. So after you're done with your training, they'll ensure that you get placed in the best companies in the country. And the best part is they have a pay after placement program. So you don't have to pay anything until and unless you are placed with a minimum 5 lakh CTC. About the Launchpad initiative. So it's an initiative taken by Newton School for people who want to start coding from scratch and learn the different basics of programming for absolutely free of cost. So there are videos available for free in the Launchpad section where you can go and practice several quizzes and assignments related to this course. With that said, let us get started with the date and time module in Python. So a date in Python is not a data type of its own. But we can import a module called date and time and work with dates as objects. I'll quickly go over to newtonschool.co, and here, if you do not already have an account, you can quickly sign up. Since I already do have one, I'll just log into my account. Now I'll go over to the playground section. Here, go down to algorithm playground, and you can create a new playground or work with an existing one, totally up to you. This should take you to the code editor, and here we have the option to write the code in it. So to work with data as objects, as I already mentioned, we need to import this module. So I'll type in import date time, and before we do that, I quickly forgot to select the compiler, which is really important. And once you'll select the compiler, you'll notice after you type in the line of code, it should get colored, which means that we are doing it right. And then we can use a variable. So you can use any variable name and save the date time dot date time and use now to get the present date and time. And let us print this variable out to console. So if I run this program right now, we should get this long output on the screen: 29, 29, 7 and 2021. And here it would also print out the time that is there currently. So it is printing out the day, the hour, it is printing out the hour, the minute, and also the second as well as the microseconds. So this datetime.datetime.now should print out the year, month, day, hour, minute, second, and even microsecond to the console. So how can we get a particular time? So if I use x dot year, right, and if I'll run this now, it should only print out the year to the console. And like this, you can get the different values. So let us also try it out for month, and we'll get the month printed out to console. So this is how you can access the present date and time using this particular module. And you can also create a date using the datetime class constructor. And how can we do that? Basically, instead of using x as a variable, let us say present date, I want to create an object. So I can use this datetime dot datetime and pass in a date of my choice. So I'll first type in 2020. I can type in the year, and I can type in a month, and last I'll have to type in the date, right? And I can print out this present date. And let me just run this program once. and you'll notice like it would create a date object using this particular constructor, and it should print it out to console. So since we have not specified the time, so it would not print out anything for that, and that is why we are seeing this 00. So one more thing that I want to particularly touch in this particular module is a method called strft time, and which takes one parameter. So how does this work is basically inside this same present date, what I can do is I can use this string format time, so I can use this srft time and pass in a parameter %b, and now if I run this program me, so I used an extra m, so I'll again run this program, and you should get this number printed out to console. So this strft time is a method that is part of this module, and how we can use it basically is if we'll pass in b as a parameter, so it should print out month name with the full version. And this is when you type in a capital B. When you will type in a small b, it should print out the month name, but you'll notice like this is only in short form, which is DEC, December. So you can also get the weekday, as in if I'll type in A, let us see what happens. And it is printing out the day, Friday, that must be on that day. So I can also, similarly as we saw for the month, I can get the complete day printed out to console by just changing it to capital. And you can also get like the weekday as a number. And you are getting 5. Why? Because Sunday starts at 0, so Sunday is 0, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're getting 5 because it was Friday that day, and this W prints out the weekday in numbers. So there are a lot of uses of this, as in if you are writing a program, you particularly want a weekday as a number, so you can use this. And you can also get the month as a number, like we just got the week as a number. You can similarly get the month, can type in M, and it should print out 12 because it's December. You can also get the year full version, year short version, as in if you only want to print out the 20 part of the year, so you'll get 20 out of 2020. If you'll just make it capital, you'll get the complete year. And you can also get like microsecond, the time zone if you want, if you have passed in the time. So these are some options that I want you to try out once. I'll put a link to an article in the description that you can read to check out all the different options available with this method, all the parameters that you can specify, and this is something I want you to try out yourself. And let me also quickly show you right now. So I'll leave a link to an article because this is something you can check out yourself. And as mentioned in this particular article, you can use A to print out the name of the day, and there are so many other parameters that you can specify. You can print out the hour, the AM or PM if it's AM or PM in the time, and you can also set the offset, UTC offset, time zone, and you can also get a local version of date and time. And all these parameters you can specify, check out for your present date or for any date object that you will create using this date time module. And that is it for this video. It was just a brief overview of how to use date and time to get the present date, to also create an object using the date time constructor, and lastly we saw this method strft time that you can specify the different parameters and get a particular value printed out to console. I recommend definitely going through the article and checking out the methods yourself one. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell icon, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Aditya Thakur, I'm an instructor here for Python, and you can reach out to me on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Thank you so much.